For today's art challenge, you are going to get to draw your very own city skyline that's being visited by some awesome dinosaurs. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna read this book called The Dinosaurs Came Back. It's a really cool book with lots of different things that would happen if dinosaurs were on Earth today. So for your project today, or for your drawing, you should be thinking about what do you want your city line to look at, or to look like. Is it an American skyline? Along those lines, the Chicago skyline would look very different than the Detroit skyline. Or if you wanted your skyline to be in maybe Dubai, that would be really cool if you're familiar with the shapes of buildings in other countries. So think about what you want your skyline to look like and think about how you would draw it as we read through this book. I hope you're all doing well and staying safe. I miss you very much, and I hope that I get to see you soon. All right. Today we are reading The Dinosaurs Came Back. First, get your cat off of your table. If the Dinosaurs Came Back by Bernard Most. I like dinosaurs. I think about them all the time. I read about them, I talk about them. Oh, how I wish the dinosaurs could come back. If the dinosaurs came back, they could carry people to work and back. If the dinosaurs came back, we wouldn't need lawnmowers. If the dinosaurs came back, house painters wouldn't need any more ladders. If the dinosaurs came back, they would scare away robbers. If the dinosaurs came back, they would make it easy for farmers to plow their fields. If the dinosaurs came back, they could help lumberjacks cut down trees. If the dinosaurs came back, they could help firefighters put out fires. And if the dinosaurs came back, they could help build skyscrapers. If the dinosaurs came back, they would make great ski slopes. If the dinosaurs came back, they could take swimmers on rides at the beach. If the dinosaurs came back, they could rescue kites stuck in very tall trees. If the dinosaurs came back, mountain climbers would have new mountains to climb. If the dinosaurs came back, they could be a big help at the circus. If the dinosaurs came back, they could help librarians get books from the shelf. If the dinosaurs came back, dentists would have plenty of teeth to work on. If the dinosaurs came back, giraffes would have someone to look up to. If the dinosaurs came back, they could push away rain clouds so the sun would always shine. And best of all, if the dinosaurs came back, they would make great pets for everybody who loves dinosaurs. The end. If the dinosaurs came back, this is what you would call them. Diplodocus, Corythosaurus, Triceratops, Apatosaurus, Dimetrodon, Tyrannosaurus, Iguanodon, Plateosaurus, Allosaurus, Parasaurolophus, Edmontosaurus, Plesiosaurus, Megalosaurus, Brachiosaurus, Stegosaurus, Hypsilosaurus, Ceratosaurus, Colephysis, Solidosaurus, Camptosaurus, Protoceratops, and Centrosaurus. Today we're making our picture that is inspired by If the Dinosaurs Came Back. For this project, you will need 2 sheets of white paper. One for the tall part of your background. You see how these buildings are really tall and the mountains are really tall as well. And then one for the short part of your background. I did a house and a mountain over here too. You will also need 2 colors of colored paper, or if you don't have colored paper, you can always draw your dinosaur and then color it in, because we're gonna have colorful dinosaurs and a black and white background. You will also need a Sharpie or a black marker and a pencil. Now, I did not use an eraser today because I'm pretty sure my cats ate it. But what I did here is you can see that all of these places where I needed to adjust, I just went ahead and used a light sketching pencil line. So you can see that it's not perfect, but even though it's not perfect, you'll see at the end that it'll look really super cool. Okay, so here we go.
What part of PG or A do you not understand? Sorry. Thank you. Well, definitely let's start getting criticism. Alright.
All right, I've now drawn my 2 dinosaurs, and I'm gonna go ahead and trace them with Sharpie before I cut them out. Don't forget, if you don't have a Sharpie, you can always use a black pen or a regular Crayola marker. So let's get started. Well, now we are ready to add our dinosaurs to our background. Now, for our background, I made kind of a combination of a city, mountain range, and a house. So what you can see is that I have 2 pieces of my background. I have the really tall stuff, And then I made the shorter stuff on a separate piece of paper so that it fits right in there. Okay? And I want you to kind of play around with where you want to put things, because when you add your dinosaurs, one is going to go behind your foreground and one is going to go in front of your foreground. So what I notice when I put my red dinosaur with his feet on the ground is that a lot of that hard work gets covered up. So I'm going to make him a little higher up before I glue him down. And as you can see, it looks like he's kind of climbing up the mountain range, which is pretty cool. So then my next step will be to put my other dinosaur wherever I want. He could go over here or over here. Maybe he's saying something to his buddy. But I want you to make sure that you play around with your placement before you glue it down. So here we go. I've glued around the perimeter of my dinosaur, all the way around the edge, and did a few squiggles on the outside. Now in the places where I get a little blueby, I can just sort of spread that out so it's not too thick. Okay? I'm gonna flip it over, and I'm gonna try and remember where I had that placement before. So I'm gonna put him right about here. And then I'm gonna glue down my house foreground all the way around the edge. Do a little squiggle in the middle and glue it down. And last but not least, I have my Centrosaurus, and we're gonna glue him down as well. All the way around the perimeter. The perimeter just means the outside edge of something. And that's it. Now you have your beautiful dinosaur-inspired picture. Good job, guys.